Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first online webinar show, Energy Independence for Africa 2021. It's hosted by Shenzhen Atex Power Technology. This is our first time to meet you officially online. Maybe we have had exchanges of project experience in the past years, and some guests has formally cooperated with me on several projects carried out already. Anyway, warmly welcome all our customers, partners, as well as our country distributors. Feeling excited that Atex finally meet you, and I'm glad to see so many audience here to attend our first show. Again, thank you for making efforts to present today promptly. Firstly, before our webinar officially starts, please allow us to take 5 minutes to watch this video, the test company introduction, while waiting for the audience to get in.
The sun has provided our planet warmth and light through the centuries. However, with our continuing energy consumption, we now have to combat the reality about where this heat and energy we use every day comes from. From Shenzhen, Atex has risen faster than the sun to produce energy storage systems and EV chargers to the world. Integrating cutting-edge technology, we have been installing and operating stably in more than 35 countries around the globe since 2017. Atex works to deliver clean energy to every corner of the earth, with the purpose to make user-friendly, cost-effective products, save energy, reduce emissions, and lighten the burden for our earth. Atex produces and drives green tech through the technological innovation of our 50-plus engineer, strong R&D team. We have a comprehensive product portfolio with top-notch energy storage and EV charging technology. Our modern production line perfectly fulfills on-time delivery for customers, adhering to strict quality control. Series of tests are all carried out under rigorous procedures through R&D stage to manufacturing stage to ensure the flawlessness of every single piece of product. Atex provides you an overall energy storage solution, also known as ESS, covers energy storage inverters and lithium battery to intelligent monitoring systems. Products are applicable for any 5 kilowatt to megawatt project, such as residential, C&I, or utility. Multiple working modes and customized service are available to your needs or scenarios. We supply the reliable, efficient, and bankable solution for you to enjoy green energy 24 hours a day, anywhere. Look at our Atex EV charging product line, which covers 3 kilowatt to 300 kilowatt AC, DC chargers, and combo chargers. They are compatible with all mainstream international standard car models in the marketplace. Customized charging solutions can also be made to customer specifications for various applications. In a word, Atex EV charging solution is here to help you create convenient green living and working for households and enterprises alike. Dedicated to a customer-oriented principle, Atex has established 24/7 online service mechanism for both pre-sales and after-sales. Our professional, knowledgeable service team guarantees premium and efficient service for all our customers. Additionally, we offer a smart cloud platform, InterCloud, that enables users to monitor, manage, and maintain the system remotely through real-time data collection. making functions like online debugging and firm wave upgrading easy. With EnerCloud, via efficient after-sales and maintenance, your system lifespan and performance is assured. In the future, we will work together with like-minded partners to continue the development of green energy in the world with our technological ingenuity. We wish to make greater contributions to a newer, cleaner energy industry. Energizing the future. We are ATES.
Okay. Okay, after watch this instruction video, I believe you are aware of preliminary impressions of a test brand. Okay, starts our webinar. Okay, 把我上 Okay. Okay, today the mentor lectures will be Raisi Lee, technical head of EMEA area, and me. My name is Wai Wu, who is responsible for the Africa and the EU market business. Now let's take a brief look at today's agenda. There are three main topics to go through. 30 minutes for a test background concerning on company introduction, business footprint, a test achievements in African markets. 35 minutes for a test advanced BSS solution presentation. This part will be presented by Raisi Lee. 20 minutes for featured speakers, experience sharing. During the whole webinar, we set two parts for Q&A and the lucky draw, which you take back our gift card as a return for shopping to yourself, your girlfriend, your family as presents. For the following 30 minutes, my presentation will focus on a test company history, business achievements, as well as our African market overview analysis. ATES is a growing brand in energy storage industry. During the recent year, approaching ESS market trend is booming. Our business gained rapidly increased. Okay, presented here, I have to introduce our shareholder group, EA, Energy Absolute Public Company, headquartered in Asia. Across 15 years development, our group has built up in total 664 megawatts for the new energy power station. Here you can see the related derivative business as we're gradually developing in so many fields, especially the new energy storage industry. We see huge essential for the development in the market involved in solar power, wind power, green diesel, as well as EV charger field from the 2009 to 2020. We have won multiple international awards for standing our group efforts in new energy field. Thanks to EA's dominating position in the renewable energy field, it lays a solid foundation for ATES in ESS industry. I believe the majority of attendants has been familiar with the test business, ESS and the EV charger. Above manufacturer, we are as well the ESS and the EV solution provider. With experience in ESS industry, ATES has delivered clean power to more than 100,000 users and more than 36,000 EV chargers to our clients around the globe. Thousands of tons of carbon dioxide has been saved for our Earth. With the test development, our factory has developed diverse production lines, including energy storage system started from 2013, EV charger line from 2015, and the EV part accessories from 2016. Lasting 8 years, we gradually improve serials product, which is more compatible for market demands. In the year of 2017, ATES has been awarded by CIGS as the best BSS supplier. From 2018, ATES started running as an independent brand. By 2019-2018, ATES product has been applied in more than 58 countries. Now let's take a glance at ATES serials product portfolio. From bidirectional battery inverter, solar charger controller, and the bypass cabinets to all-in-one hybrid inverter in ESS, ATES offers an overall highly integrated solution. Moreover, we have made a significant breakthrough on containerized ESS system with flexible plug-and-play turnkey solution. Besides, many audience noticed that ATES EV charger ranging from 3 kW to 300 kW, full types of AC charger, DC charger, combo charger of CHAdeMO and the CCS2 up to date. We step by step to improve our product to follow worldwide trend. Meanwhile, ATES success is contingent on R&D team supporting. Let's introduce our R&D team. We have a professional, skilled, and experienced R&D team consisting of more than 100 engineers. Among them, more than 60% are with 10 years experience in this industry. More than 50% are with master degree. Each year, we invest more than 10% of our revenue into research and development. Next, let's look at ATES pattern. ATES relay in strong ability with its own invention patterns, utility model patterns, and the software copyrights. Before we send out the cargoes, all will be passed through by functional test, safety, temperature, salt spread test, EMC test, and burning test, etc. in laboratory by precise testing equipment. About our production line, one of the interesting things that you would like to know is our annual production capacity. In general, a test inverter can reach to 1 gigawatt approximately. EV charger at least 100,000 units for annual export. Okay, after go through a test production line, let me lead you to take a visiting of a test showroom in Shenzhen headquarters. ATES typical renewable energy storage system. We place two different sets for display. I'd like to invite you for visiting on the spot. Welcome to China. Okay, the above is the introduction of ATES background. Let's move forward for the next part, ATES achievements. In the difficult and challenging year 2020, we still managed to obtain 43 MW in inverter, 92 MWh for battery, more than 18,500 units for EV charger export. Tracing up the first quarter in 2021, this number had boosted to 70 MW for inverter, 35 MWh for battery system, and 16,000 units for EV charger. This year, the total shipment is very likely to break 70 MW and 300 MWh in ESS, 70,000 units in our EV charger. Okay, let's move forward on the certificate. ATES gained multiple certification for different standards locally. For example, C certificate for global markets, locally grid-tied standards such as NRS for South African market, EN 50549 for the EU market, SAA for Australia, G99 for UK standard. Leftover locally certificate is coming soon, for example, VDE, CEI, France Standard, TR, etc. Follow up ATES public account in LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter platform to constantly focus on the new issue of coming certificates. Raise up your local compulsory standards for discussing. Okay, to look globally, our product has been delivered at more than 58 countries. The majority based on African countries, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, Zambia, etc. In African countries, our sales network has been built. ATES headquarters located in Shenzhen, China. Global office sites spreading in UK, Holland, Italy, Hungary, and Germany. Overseas office and the warehouse of South Africa, Nigeria, and South America is in the pipeline in the following year. Just awaiting any news updated in ATES public platform, following up us for acquiring further information. Next, about our global tour. Every year, ATES attends around 24 international exhibitions worldwide. South Africa, the Solar Show Africa in Johannesburg, Nigeria, Power Nigeria in Lagos, Egypt, Solar Tech in Cairo. Well, let's towards to ATES ESS application. Okay, ATES goes through majority meaningful project with UNDP, Tanzania system configured with ATES PCS 215, Zero Lennon placed with HPS 15 to meet load demands. ATES system has improved the residential living level in Tanzania, Zero Lennon. The second project is Mombasa Port Project. ATES ESS system has been installed in Mombasa Port, Kenya by local electrical engineering company. System configured with PCS 500 to support daily demands with PV generation and the DG as backup source. Off-grid system in South Africa, we designed 2 units of HPS 120 for paralleling. Zambia off-grid power station using a test PCS 500 kW. Sierra Leone off-grid system using HPS 50. Okay, next part, we go to the EV charger solution. In Thailand, we have installed 26 units of 300 kW DC charger for e-ferry, 11 kW, 22 kW AC chargers spread all over Europe, and the Thailand DC charger public station in supermarkets, in total 517 units already installed on site. Okay, part 3. Part 3 is about the African market overview. Africa is facing a power crunch. Demand for power from the continent rapidly growing and urbanizing population far outstrips supply. Let's look at the left chart. According to estimate by the IEA, Africa's demand for electricity has outgrown supply every year since 1990, with consumption growing at 8.4% per year, compared with 6.1% per year for power supply. This has created a widening power deficit, which Africa's power providers are struggling to close. The situation is exacerbated by Africa's rapid population growth rate, which adds 30 million people every year. As a result, not only is grid power inadequate for those that are connected to it, but over half of Africans' households have no grid connectivity at all. And this proportion has remained largely unchanged for the last decade. Look at the right chart. We collected statistics of African countries' monthly power outage hours. To be honest, I have been traveled in most countries among them. As it showed, Nigeria impressed me definitely when I spent my business trip in local and living for a time. Unstable electricity has affected people's daily work, even in some critical industries. For example, hospital, agriculture field. The power shortage in these industries has caused a serious not only property loss, but also loss of lives. It is why some institutes insisting in developing new energy for the world, but respect to the humanism. Okay, the PV installed capacity. The PV industry in Africa is mainly distributed in Egypt, 600 megawatts, Morocco, 606 megawatts, and South Africa, 1,800 megawatts. The International Renewable Energy Agency predicts that the installed PV capacity in Africa will reach 60.9 GW in 2020, 32 GW in 2025, and 70 GW in 2030. Given the inability of Africa's power suppliers to provide a reliable grid, there is an urgent need for alternative sources of energy. Currently, renewables make up only a tiny proportion of Africa's overall green energy mix. According to IEA estimates, traditional sources of fuel dominate power generation. In contrast, solar and wind made up no more than 1% of total power supply. But the power balance is changing. Despite being a very young industry, Africa's solar power sector already has a high degree of segmentation and diversification. Some companies are focused on the large-scale production to replace grid power. Others are leveraging solar's ability to connect African households to their own private power supply, and then to sell them an array of goods and services that are enabled by access to electricity. Okay, in the 2020, last year, we have been exported to African countries with total capacity of 16.5 megawatt, 30.5 megawatt hour, based on storage inverter and the lithium-ion battery. South Africa always leading the new energy trend in Africa with superior geographical conditions and a considerable demand for the development of energy storage system. It takes in the majority from a test up to 51%. The second country is Zimbabwe, as its local business large requirements of the mining, rural school, and the university consumptions. African market gained a lot of chance for green and sustainable development to lead the trend for global as new energy demonstration. More or less not concerns about the green situation, but generally for the sustainable future community. Okay, next part. Okay, you can see our partners display on the screen. The test joint developed with its partners and very welcome your company enterprise to cooperate with the test in ESS field. Let's move forward and make efforts in our industry development. Okay, I will introduce our test team to all the audience. Our CEO is Dennis He, and Neil Yu is our marketing director. This is our African team. Raisi Lee is the technical head for EMEA project, and I'm the sales responsible for EMEA area business. Ethan Zhou is our after-sales engineer, who can assist our customer finish the on-site commissioning. Okay, next part, come to our Q&A. Okay, here display two questions. Present some selected questions that we collected during the past 2 weeks from our social media fans. The first question is, do you currently have a warehouse for your lithium-ion batteries in Nigeria? Can they be stacked to achieve the 48-volt, 24 kilowatt-hour? Emmanuel, this question comes from our fans, and Emmanuel. Okay, let me answer you. As I mentioned in my previous slide, our Nigeria office is in the pipeline in the following year. That will be our service centers providing sales and post-sales support. And as a matter of fact, we will build our warehouse in South Africa at first, which will cover all our product inventory and it could deliver to all other regions for the whole African market. For the second part of your questions, the answer is definitely yes. Currently, the battery voltage range that can be compatible with our HPS is 352 to 600 volts, and our new generation HPS 10 kilowatt model will be able to work with lithium-ion 48-volt battery. Hoping that answers your question. Let's look at the second questions. How do you conduct after-sales procedures, Ika? This question raised up from Ika. Okay. We have a sound after-sales system to make sure our clients get their problems solved properly in time. First of all, our after-sales engineers are on standby 24/7. When we receive a complaint from a customer, they will monitor and analyze the problem through the monitoring cloud platform. We have this cloud platform from where we can see whether the software needs to be upgraded and then that's the fault. In our past experience, 80% problems could be resolved this way. When the fault is defined, replacement will be sent out in 1 to 2 working days. If the problem is still there, we can send after-sale engineer to the site or guide the customer in field through our graphical user interface to change some corresponding parameters to repair the equipment. Our future office in South Africa is expected to cover the site survey also. Okay, after we finish this part, okay, let's wait a minute. Okay, just take a break for 2 minutes, and next part will come to our first lucky draw for the third prize. The third prize is Amazon gift card worth $100 US. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, congratulations, Richard. Okay, we have the third prize for the next lucky guys. Okay, I have to illustrate to our audience that the winner will be generated from our fans who have liked and shared our webinar post and also registered to join this webinar. Let's come to the next lucky guys. Definitely. Okay, congratulations, Idoris. Congratulations. Okay, who will be the last one lucky guys? Let's waiting for start. Stop. Okay, congratulations, Erdem. Is that correct, Erdem? Okay, the first part is finished, and congratulations. Okay, Okay, my presentation is finished, and we can take a 5 minutes break. After back, our Rice Lee will share his presentation. Hello, welcome back. The next part, Rice Lee will make a presentation of our BSS solution to the audience. Okay, let's turn to Rice Lee.
Without further ado, let's get started. These are our company's energy storage related products. Our products basically can be categorized into three classes: PCS, HPS, and battery. We can also roughly see the relationship between products from this line diagram. Later, I will show you the technical characteristics and the corresponding application scenarios of each product one by one. I will divide the presentation into 7 parts to explain: medium to large, medium scale, small scale battery solutions, monitoring solutions, case studies, next generation. Okay, let's begin. The first product is our Energy Transfer Station PCS. The full name of PCS is Power Conversion System, and its function is simply to control the process of battery charging and discharging, and perform AC and DC conversion. We can see the model of PCS from the first line. The number behind represents the rated output power of PCS. PCS can be connected in parallel through multiple units and then matched with the corresponding artist accessories, such as bypass and PBD, to form a large capacity for the energy storage system. At present, the maximum number of parallel units we have shipped is 3, and 4 units in parallel operation are being tested. But how is PV connected with PCS system? To get the PCS running with PV, the part you can't leave out is solar charge controller, which is called PBD. Its input side is connected to the PV panels, and the output side shares the DC bus with the battery and the DC side of PCS, which can convert unstable DC into stable DC power, then charge battery or directly inverter output through PCS. And the independent MPPT control module of the PBD allows the size of solar panels with inconsistent orientation and angle. In addition, the number of PBD in parallel is not limited. We can directly tell the number of PBD based on the size of the PV capacity. For example, for a PV capacity of 1 megawatt, you will use full PBD 250. We also have a large capacity model, PBD 350. When the battery capacity is too large, in order to prevent unstable battery voltage consistency and poor management due to many batteries in parallel, we will use the PBD 350, which can divide the battery group into 2 parts for management. That is, you can access 2 independent BMS systems. Now, I think you might be wondering how does the grid and the generator get connected into the system, because in the application of some systems, whether there's grid or generator, in order to ensure uninterrupted load power, we need to switch between various power sources seamlessly when grid cuts off. But PCS cannot achieve this function. So what should we do? The bypass cabinet would hit the spot. It can control the automatic switching time between off-grid and on-grid within 10 milliseconds. We can also understand that the main function of bypass cabinet is to perform seamless transfer between on-grid and off-grid. So the AC terminal of the PCS will be connected to the PCS access port of bypass. In addition, bypass can also connect PV inverters, grid, generator, and load at the same time, providing customers with more flexible choices. Furthermore, to facilitate the access of the PV panels, we have also developed the PV combiner, because no matter what kind of application, as long as there is PV, we will use this product. As we know, the number of MPPT is limited, but the number of PV strings could be very large. In order to make it more convenient that multiple channel PV strings can be connected to the energy storage system, ATES also produces PV combiner products. Now, we have 2 kinds of PV combiners, 8-channel and 16-channel. They can basically meet the needs of all PV configurations. We can see from its characteristics that the function of the PV combiner box produced by ATES is also very powerful. It not only has a function of convergence, but also the function of overcurrent protection and monitoring. Next, let's take a look at some application scenarios of PCS and see how PCS is applied in our actual lives. This system is used on the power generation side of the grid. In order to ensure stable power consumption at the load terminal, the energy storage system can smooth the output curve by absorbing and releasing electrical energy to make up for the lack of power supply. And it can also participate in the primary and secondary frequency modulation requirements of the grid. This scenario is a classic one for us. Of course, it is also a scenario very suitable for Africa, and we have established many such scenarios in Africa. It is mainly applied to some islands, large villages, or large factories where electricity cannot be supplied or extremely unstable. This is also a relatively complete set of systems for our PCS system. The PV capacity will determine the number of PVD and PV combiner boxes. Then, according to the demand of output power, PCS performs standalone or parallel based on the peak demand power. For bypass, the total rated power of bypass must be equal to the total rated power of PCS. Of course, the parallel connection of bypass can be the same as that of PCS. For example, one bypass 500 corresponds to one PCS 500. Bypass can also achieve the same function as a single unit, as shown in the presentation. The rated power of two PCS 500 is 1 megawatt, so the rated power of a single bypass can also reach 1 megawatt. For the grid and the generator, we can connect them according to the actual project requirements, because bypass can be connected to the grid and the generator at the same time. In this application, the whole system preferentially uses PV to supply power to the load, and the excess power will charge battery. If the PV is insufficient, the battery and PV will supply the load together. If the battery and the PV still cannot meet the load demand, the PCS will issue an instruction to the bypass. Then the bypass will be automatically connected to the grid. If the grid fails, the generator will be started as final backup, because whenever the generator is the most expensive. Now, let's go to our medium-scale solutions. Here, you will see a product with extremely high performance, and it is also a product with a very wide coverage. It is HPS. Its full name is Hybrid Power System, which is also one of ATE's best-selling products. HPS is a converter that can be used in PV and energy storage combined power generation systems to achieve AC and DC energy conversion. It adopts seamless switching technology between on-grid and off-grid, PV energy maximum power tracking technology, and can control the output power of PV and batteries together, stabilize the power fluctuation of PV, and uses the energy storage converter technology to output AC power that meets the standard requirements to supply power to the load, providing a stable guarantee for the independent operation and access of the PV storage system. In fact, we can also understand HPS as a derivative of PCS. In simple understanding, HPS is equivalent to PVD, PCS, and bypass, as shown in the presentation. Let's have a look. So we also call it all-in-one hybrid inverter. Of course, HPS must also cover all the functions of the PCS system, but HPS is mainly used in small and medium-sized commercial or household use, because the greater the power, the larger the hardware that makes up the product. So when the demand for power is too large to be met by HPS, we recommend using the PCS series of products. The following product is an accessory for HPS, because we know that HPS has only one AC input. So when the project has both the grid and the generator, we will use this product, ATS. The full name is Automatic Transfer Switch. It allows the grid and the generator to be connected to the system at the same time, and recognizes who is connected to the system. It also communicates with HPS to tell the HPS whether the grid or the generator is connected to the system, so that the HPS can realize the transfer switch between grid mode and generator mode. Then, In what situation shall we use the HPS model? I will introduce the following two commonly used application scenarios for HPS. The first is peak shaving. That is, when the grid price is the cheapest, HPS will use the grid to supply power to the load and at the same time fully charge the battery. When the grid price is the most expensive, HPS will release the electricity from the battery to the load to reduce electricity bills. When the site has the ability to install PV panels, a certain amount of PV panels can be installed according to the actual on-site needs, which also can fully reduce the customer's electricity expenses. Next, the second application scenario is our most common application scenario, backup, which roughly means that the grid at the site is extremely unstable and the cost of long-term use of generators is too high, so PV and batteries can be used on-site to supply first to the load. HPS will automatically switch to the grid or generator when neither the PV nor the battery can meet the load demand. This application mode can not only reduce the electricity cost of the project, but also ensure a variety of options and uninterrupted supply of electric energy. Besides, commercial, industrial, and utility solutions will also provide solutions for small business and home users. That is also a product of HPS series, but it is different from the HPS we just mentioned in terms of appearance and the electrical principles. The main difference is that its power section is relatively small. The design is very compact. It is commonly used in the home or small stores. We have both single phase and three phase. Next is the fourth part, which is also one of the most important parts of our energy storage system. Everyone guesses which part it is. In fact, it is quite obvious: the battery system. The battery used by RTS is lithium iron phosphate battery, which is also the most cost-effective and usable battery on the market. It is easy to install, safe, and has high energy density and long life. I believe everyone understands that the most important thing in the energy storage system is the battery, and the most important thing in the battery system is the BMS, the battery management system, because the entire battery group is composed of battery modules, and the battery module is composed of cells. Therefore, RTS is committed to the development of a stable, reliable, and efficient battery management system. It monitors and manages each cell of battery group in real time, which not only guarantees the battery life, but also ensures the stable operation of the system. We can see from the presentation that there are two ways to compose the battery. One is battery rack, and the other is battery cabinet. Battery rack is for indoor installation, and battery cabinet is for outdoor installation. Finally, out of consideration for customers, RTS not only considers the integration of the system in the early stage, but also considers the safety aspects of on-site installation and system operation. RTS also provides customers with an integrated solution that is a containerized solution. Because after the equipment arrives on-site, the customer may not know how to install them or how to arrange the corresponding equipment location, and the fire protection problem caused by the heat emitted by the battery, then the containerized solution will be a good choice. We will divide the container into two parts: the battery compartment and the inverter compartment. The container has a built-in temperature control system and a firefighting system, which not only makes system a plug-and-play easy solution, but also solves many on-site problems for customers, and it also looks neat and in good order. When the system is running, remote monitoring is also a problem that customers are very concerned about. So please take a look at our latest product, ShineMaster. I believe that everyone has seen this product in the previous presentations. In order to facilitate customers to manage and monitor their own power stations, and also for the artist after-sales service team to quickly help the customer to solve the problems that occurred on site, Artist has developed its own cloud platforms, EnerCloud and EnerView. PCS and HPS will be used as data mobile centers to upload all the detectable data in the system to ShineMaster. Then it will upload the collected data to the self-developed server, so that allows us to remotely monitor and manage the power station. The monitoring platform can not only monitor the data generated and used by the power station, but also send regular emails to the customer's mailbox to tell them the operating status of the power station. Among them, EnerCloud is used on website and EnerView is used on mobile phone. Next, let's make a glance at a few solutions we are actually running. The first is a garment factory project in country A. Country A is a country with severe power shortage and very expensive electricity prices. This will inevitably lead to local factories not only facing the cost of high electricity prices, but also facing the impact of power outages on the factory at any time. This will definitely involve the income of the factory. The customer's grid transformer capacity was only 400 kVA in the early stage, but the peak load was 600 kilowatt. So the customer had to turn on the generator when the load capacity exceeded 400 kilowatt. This way, the customer not only faced with the cost of grid electricity, but also has to bear the cost of the generator. At the same time, the noise of the generator also affects the lives of local residents. However, the site has good natural light conditions, so ARTES provides customers with integrated PV energy storage hybrid system to help customers solve their troubles about electricity costs and the risk of power outages. Let's have a look. This table is the basic information we collected from the customer. Depending on the needs of the project, the sequence of the projects we designed may also be different, because some customers may predetermine the PV capacity, and some others may predetermine the battery capacity. First of all, we can choose the inverter model PCS 630 according to the peak load power. Then, in order to maximize the use of the roof area of the factory building, the customer finally determined the PV capacity to be 780 kilowatt. So we can choose 3 PBD250. Finally, we can calculate the excess power based on the customer's usual load power consumption, and then charge the excess power into the battery, which results in a battery capacity of about 730 kilowatt hour. This is system diagram. This form is the annual power generation and revenue, according to the rough statistics in the above table. The equivalent electricity price for the first 3 years of system operation is around $606,000, and the initial investment of this PV energy storage power station is about $650,000. Obviously, the system can recover the initial investment cost after 3 years of operation. Starting from the 4th year, we can start saving customers electricity prices. Under the remote guidance of customer service, simple installation steps and a simple interaction interface with products, The system has been successfully installed and started running in September 2020. So far, the generator has not been turned on in the system. The system has been running smoothly according to the original design concept, and the power generation is stable as well. The customer also thumbs up to ATI's products and engineers. Meanwhile, the customer can use our remote monitoring system to monitor the operation of the system in real time. When the system fails, the ATI's customer service center can also use the monitoring platform to troubleshoot and clear the fault. This case is in a remote mountain village, and it is also a project that we cooperated with the local government. When we received this project, we also knew nothing about this place. So first of all, we sent technicians to the field to investigate and count the electricity consumption of the local villagers. Our technicians reported that the only power equipment is in the locality was a generator, and it was also rarely used. In countless nights, people have to light candles in search of light. This is a diagram of the solution. After our technicians went to count the local electricity consumption, we made a solution for this village. The peak load power is 30 kilowatt, considering the design margin. So we chose HPS 50, and the PV capacity is also configured according to the rated 50 kilowatt. Regarding the battery capacity solution we provide can work for at least 5 hours at night when the village is operating at maximum load, as we can see from the above picture. ATI not only provided a reasonable solar storage solution for this village, but also carefully built a power distribution room for this village. Since then, the night in this remote mountain village will bid farewell to the darkness. When we look at the lightened village from the inspiring sky in the dark night, how inspiring it is! Artists will also bring light to more and more similar places. Next, in order to meet the needs of the market and for our own development, ATI will launch HPS series of new products this year. Let's have a look. With compact design, comprehensive functions, and high performance, which expands the power range of the HPS and gives customers more choices. This is another product, PCS 1000, which is also a product we launched this year that aims to meet larger off-grid energy storage projects. So for artists on the road of new energy, we will never fall behind, and we will devote ourselves to creating more perfect products for our customers and bring clean energy to more and more places. Well, now I have finished my presentation. We can move to the following agenda. We have also received questions on artist products in our previous questions collection activity. Let's see what are the most concerned issues. Number 1. Does the artist system integrate EMS from Hana-Lion? Actually speaking, our HPS and PCS have built-in control systems. We can call it EMS in a narrow sense. Basically, it can meet the control logic as requested by most customers. Most of the time, customers do not need to configure EMS system separately. And of course, our equipment could also comply with the EMS from a third party. In that situation, we will provide our Modbus protocol to third-party EMS and accept the instructions from EMS through RS485 communication. Number two. Number 2 is what will happen if one of the HPS or PCS break down in a parallel system, from Karen Watson. Okay, when multiple units are in parallel, we will set one of them as the host and the other as the slave. When the slave fails, it will have no impact on the system. The system will continue to run as it does. When the host fails, the one of the remaining slave will automatically switch to host to ensure the continuous operation of the system. So all the above steps are automatic. The user doesn't need to do anything to switch. We call this feature hot backup. Number 3. Can artists not make the HPS battery software compatible for other make batteries so that the battery information of these batteries also show on the platform? As a matter of fact, our HPS and PCS can be compatible with any type of lithium batteries and lead acid batteries. For lithium batteries, BMS system and monitoring are our standard functions. If the customer chose a third-party battery, it is still possible to use our monitoring platform. We have a corresponding third-party battery monitoring protocol. The battery manufacturer needs to do matching according to our protocol, and then data can be collected and shown on our monitoring platform. That's all. Panel, my parts are all finished. Thank you very much for listening and participating in our webinar. And if you have any questions, you can contact us after the meeting. Thank you very much, but don't walk away. The best part is yet to come. Okay, just a moment. Why? I will leave it to you.
Okay, it's my turn. I will open my camera again to move forward my procedures. Okay, I'm come back. Next to the phone is our lucky draw. So that we will draw to second prize for total value Amazon gift card was in $300 US. Just wait a minute. Let me start. Okay, are you ready for our second prize?
Which one?
3, 2, 1.
Burton Cole.
Burton Cole. Congratulations. Okay, the last lucky guys.
Let me have a try.
3, 2, 1, stop. Ahmed, congratulations. Okay, congratulations. So let's move forward to the next part of our featured speakers.
Hello.
Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Okay. Let's move our agenda.
Oh, now it's working. Thank you.
The following agenda, this is gonna be an interesting part. Today we have 2 clients coming up to our show to share their user experience after using a test product for a while. First, let's welcome Michael.
Yeah, thank you.
Who has been working in the solar industry.
Yeah, thank you for letting me participate in this webinar.
Yeah.
I will tell a little about our first project with ATIS actually is not really finalized yet, but we have started the installation in Zimbabwe.
Okay,
The
could you share?
experiences.
Okay, Michael, could you share with us some of your experience on using the ATES products in this project?
Yes, from the beginning we was working close together with your team, Rice Lee and you, finding out the right solution for this project. It is a 140 kV peak project with the battery backup for a hospital, and we finalized the solution and got good knowledge from your side, and after that we received the system. It is a containerized ESS solution with batteries and inverters, and also firefighting system and HVAC system. Right now it is on site. My local partner is starting the installation with the solar panels and also doing all the wiring. And it works very smooth. It's a nice system that is plug and play. Everything inside is done. All cables are pulled to each component, and everything is tested in ATIS factory. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it was not possible for me to join the testing in your factory, but I was invited, but it was not possible. So we did it remotely with the webcam, and I was in the factory almost. And together with you, we also did the testing protocol, what we want to be tested and what we want to see how the system could perform, and everything went well. The testing was done proper and in a good way. So that was a good experience.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking forward to get everything installed on site and to do the monitoring, get everything up running. Looking very much forward to the monitoring part, that it is remote monitoring, so I can actually sit in my country doing the monitoring, do troubleshooting, and do everything from here. So it's a good experience until now.
Yeah, I think you have paid efforts on our design to the FAT, to the commissioning, because due to the bad situation, we cannot make any business trip to the Zimbabwe. So if needed, we can make some appointments on the joint commissioning on site.
Yeah, we have already done that, so there will be a team, a backup team for me. If any issues should come up, you are ready to help me and to get this system installed. As it is the first system we do with the ATIS, it's important that you have your good experience and your great effort and your good help for me and my team. So I'm happy for that.
Yes, thanks for your appraisal. Is there anything you want to share with our audience?
Actually, right now I can't share anything because it's not installed and I don't have anything to show from site right now.
I believe you think highly of the reaction for the two parties cooperation, because your company is think highly of the timely assistance for the project actually.
Yeah, we do that. So, but yeah, I'm looking very much forward to get everything started up and to see how it goes on site. But until now, everything is running good. No problems.
Okay. Thank you for the sharing, Michael. And thanks again for joining us today.
Yeah, and thank you for this webinar. It's exciting. Thank you.
Okay, so let's keep contact.
Yeah, we do. For sure.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.
Okay, so after the first featured speakers presentation, we also had a second featured speaker willing to share the user experience to all of our customers. Hello.
Hi,
Hello,
Y and
Thomas.
people. I hope everyone is having an excellent time as myself
Good
here.
day. Good day.
Yeah. So I prepared a little bit of my own presentation. Yeah. We're gonna quickly have a.
Sorry, everyone. I have to introduce Michael. Sorry, I have to introduce Thomas. Thomas is the general manager of Arden Solar, and since your project using our product has been running for a period, could you please show us how the system has been working so far? Or anything else that you want to display to the audience?
So I prepared a little quick video of where we're at and where we're going with ATES. So they have displayed Moldoro. A little bit on myself. As you stated, I'm now general manager for Arden Solar. I've been in the industry for about 7 years. We've got about a 3-year relationship with ATES. Our experience thus far has been very, very excellent. Just a quick example of some of the projects we have. Moldoro, you have seen previously a little bit of. So we helped supply this 233 kilowatt peak of solar panels to HPS 120 kilowatt hybrid inverters, to Freedom 1 500 kilowatt hour lithium batteries. It operates very much in a mini grid methodology. Although there is grid available, we use 1% of grid, if that much. So in all essences, it operates as a mini grid. It's got excellent yield on the inverters. It's a ground mounted project. We get over 1,200 kilowatt hours daily. This project was deployed during lockdown. So again, we had a lot of remote monitoring and remote cooperation with ATES that we had to attend to. And just to follow a little video from the customer themselves about the project.
The exclusive 5-star Mondoros Paragoge is settled deep into the 37,000 hectare of well-governed private game reserve in the Portugal. This unique reserve has set a course to change all of its electricity consumption to renewable energy. To achieve that, over 50 private and commercial lodges would need to make the switch from fossil fuel to green energy. As the largest commercial lodge reserve, Mondoro has already finalized this route and successfully operate with solar-generated electricity totally off the grid. After 2 years of planning, calculating and preparing, the transition of concept idea to full implementation was ready to commence. Environmental impact assessments, geological, and visibility studies from within the reserve were just a few of the hurdles to take before Green Power Simplified could start designing the final layout. As autumn arrived and the country was in lockdown, a window opened to fast-track the changeover to renewable energy. The installations started with a small but dedicated team. Keeping the solar panels invisible from anywhere in the reserve required a custom-made mounting structure, keeping a low profile and following the ground level. Up to 1.2 megawatt-hours of power, daily generated by 640 solar panels, is fed into 2 ATES HPS 120 hybrid inverters, giving clean, renewable energy to the entire lodge. For continuous electricity supply, 1 megawatt-hour battery storage is located in a specially built equipment room. The two 500 kilowatt-hour Freedom 1 lithium-ion phosphate batteries to store the solar power for usage at night needed to be assembled on site. Finally, after 2 months of assembling, installing, connecting, and testing in a unique and surprising landscape, the main breaker from the grid could be turned on. Our world needs a hand. Mondoro Safari Lodge is now off-grid. This way decreased its carbon footprint by reducing emissions 415 tons yearly, herewith helping in the fight against global warming. Going green. It does make a difference.
Just an example of another one of our projects. We're actually very proud of this project. It was for Hyundai International. It was one of the first projects in South Africa to be funded with a battery solution included. One of the main things we are proud of is it's one of the first energy arbitrage projects in South Africa as well. The client was paying up to 3 Rand per kilowatt hour on peak times, but as low as 80 cents per kilowatt hour in off-peak times. So with a combination of the batteries and the panels, this project will pay itself back in 6 years or less, actually. So this is a very good project for the client, very high return on investment, and it was very widely reported in the media. So we're quite proud of this project. And also, again, it's just the ease of working with ATHES. As to you see here, as to why we chose ATHES and to work with them as partners on the TCS side of things. They give excellent support to the distributors. We've seen continuous technical development and improvement from them, continuously improving the portal, the products, new products coming out. And they cater to real specific and individual client needs. So whatever testing you need for your grid code, whatever designs you need help with, technical advice, they're really exceptional in that. The products are also, again, exceptional value, which comes with the good customer service. Easy to install is just, we can't emphasize this enough. Their containerized solutions is really plug and play. We put in the solar cables and our AC cables basically, and we're done pretty much. It's very easy, very simple, clear, easy drawings that come from them. So our engineers really enjoy working with ATHES and the ATHES products. Thank you, Y. One of the things we haven't mentioned here as a case study that I would have liked to is we've actually done a frequency shifting project with Solar Edge and HPS product from ATHES. That was also a really interesting project. Yeah, I would just like to thank Y and the guys from ATHES for, again, really truly excellent service over the years, and yeah, just having a excellent relationship with them. Good experience. I can't recommend them highly enough. I don't know if Y's got or anyone's got any further questions that I need to answer. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate
Thomas,
the opportunity.
Yes, Thomas, thanks for sharing your experience to the audience. Great sharing, and I hope we can explore the market for a lot further together.
Yes.
I can't wait to make a business trip, travel to South Africa to meet you guys.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Y. We're really looking forward to it. You're more than welcome anytime.
Okay, appreciating for your time to coming and join with the test team together for our first webinar.
Thank you very much, Wai. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for attending.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
and I'm sincerely invite you to China to visit us together. I will guide you to our factory for visiting.
That would be excellent. I think as soon as we can, we will probably be on a plane to Shenzhen.
Just wait a minute. Here. We have the last lucky draw for the biggest first prize was $500 Amazon gift card. Okay, let's do finding the lucky guys, the biggest prize. Let's start it. Congratulations, Anthony. Okay, congratulations. Our colleagues will contact you after the webinar to distribute the Amazon gift card to all the winners. Okay, let me back to my. Hello guys, if you want to get the updated information, just follow a test platform in the LinkedIn and Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Time is flashing, and time is flashing. I can't wait to meet you offline. So see you next time. Bye bye.